All right, so this is one more example with phase and vertical shifts incorporated. Okay, so this last one is a sine function, and let's just go through, we'll stick with that, I guess. And our amplitude here is 5 over 2, or 2.5. Our period here, there's nothing written here in front of the parentheses, so the period actually hasn't changed. So for sine, that's going to stay at 2 pi. This is our phase shift. This is also another one that has theta plus a number, so if it's minus, it's moving to the right. If it's plus, it's moving to the left. So again, opposite of kind of what you would think. This is minus pi units, or I'm sorry, to the left pi units, and then vertical shift, k is 2, so that means up 2 units. And this would mean then our midline is y equals 2. So I'm going to sketch that in. And let's see here. Okay. All right, so what I like to do with these is think about where my one wave would be. So if you make one wave and then do your phase shift from there, then it hopefully will make more sense. So we know that sine usually starts at 0, 0. Okay, in this case, that would be 0, 2 now. Okay, we also know that the amplitude here is 5 over 2, so we need to keep that in mind. Our period hasn't changed, so I know at 2 pi, I have to be back to this spot right here. Okay. So now if we think about in between that, halfway in between that, we also are at 0, which would now be 2. Okay. So now in between our first and second dot there, first dot and second blue dot, we have to be 2.5 units up. So I need to, at pi over 2, be somewhere in that neighborhood right there. Okay, in between our second and third dots, we have to be 2.5 units down from there. Just make my dot a little bit bigger there. Okay, so now before you go crazy with that, you want to, again, and start sketching anything, you want to move everything, in this case, pi units to the left. So I need to take each of these dots and move them really 4 squares, because that's the representation on our graph, back. So I want to do that, and I'll do this, let's go green. And so I'm going to just start with that leftmost dot and work my way to the right. So every dot, I'm going to move back 4 units. So that would be my first one. There would be my second one. This one's actually going to end up back on my other blue dot. Okay, this fourth one here, we're going to go back 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this last dot will move back onto my blue one. Okay, so now I have one wave. So I'm going to get rid of the other ones so that's not messing me up. And then I can just copy what I've got, this process here. So I'm just going to now continue with some dots. So I've got my one wave. After this, I've got to go another 2 ones over and 2.5 units up from my pink midline there. And then back down here. and that would be on to the right. That would be as far as many dots as I could fill out there. This one going back to the left. All right. So now I should be able to draw my wave. Okay, not too bad. So that is a sine wave with quite a bit of transformations there. Change to the amplitude, change to the, I guess a phase and vertical shift, and no change to the period. Okay, so now you should have 3 examples if you need them to help you do your assignment. Good luck.